Our goal all this week is to help families decide how to safely get back to school. And if you have school-aged kids, have you been considering changing to homeschooling? If so, you are not alone. So in Kansas, you have to register your homeschool with the state. We asked the Kansas State Department of Education to show us how many registrations they are getting. So they track registrations for all non-accredited private schools, which includes homeschools. That's what a homeschool is in Kansas, a non-accredited private school. Look at this. This is just for this July. They saw 758 new registrations, and this is more than twice the number of any month of new registrations for the last 2 years. A department official told us they don't track the reasons with these new registrations, but it is reasonable to assume it's due to the pandemic. On the Missouri side, the Department of Education, or DESE, does not track homeschools, but say they are taking a lot more calls right now. Families are weighing their options. I talked to a homeschool mom in Johnson County who says her family doesn't have just one path back to school.
Last fall, Christine Lopez homeschooled her daughter for one semester to manage a food allergy, then sent her back to first grade in public school.
Until COVID happened, then she came right back home.
Now her 3 kids have potentially 3 different paths.
Each child is different, and so even though they're all 3 mine, they don't all 3 need the same thing.
Her 4-year-old will return to a private preschool. Her daughter will be homeschooled for 2nd grade. And her high school sophomore, they are still deciding. The pandemic is a big factor, not for health concerns, she says, but the unknown.
When I started hearing a lot of what school was going to look like this year and just a lot of the uncertainties, I was concerned. My daughter is very she needs a routine.
Jacqueline Walters with Midwest Parent Educators says the nonprofit serves more than 1,000 homeschool families.
Have you seen more families interested in homeschooling ahead of this school year starting in the fall?
Absolutely. They are getting a drastic increase in telephone calls, emails, their website.
She also homeschools her kids and is hearing families are considering homeschooling now because of health concerns.
So there's the mask aspect, but then also you have some that are fearful of contracting COVID or and then bringing it home to parents or grandparents. So it's across the board. I think that people, have found out that they can do this because we were forced to in March.
But Lopez also warns homeschooling is not the same as virtual learning.
I think we got a very skewed view of what homeschooling actually looks like during quarantine because you're not stuck in your house all day, every day.
Both Lopez and Walters recommend connecting with a community or organization.
There's really no wrong answer. Like, if the best thing for you is to go back to public school, do it. If the best thing for you is to do virtual learning for now until you're a little bit more comfortable or until you're sure, do that. And if the best thing is to actually homeschool, do it.